Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing off two teams that I played in the first day of Great League returning that I thought were pretty strong. I went up like 120 or 30 points on the first day, so I played a lot of really strong teams, but these are two of my favorites, so let's just go ahead and get started with the battles here. Again, this is me shoutcasting over my battles, so I pick up a pretty favorable lead here. Medicham does win this in the 2 shield, but I'm going to let it go in case they have Power Up Punch. No need to shield the first one here. And they come into Bastodon here. I really should have went into Registeel here, just in case this was double steal. I'm actually going to shield this, because I'm going to look to counter down this this Bastodon and come out with a lot of energy here. Obviously, I go over 100 energy, which is fine. They actually have a Jealous in here, which is actually pretty tough for me. But they actually end up shielding the first one here. I throw one counter, then throw the move, just so I don't give a free Hex. And then I think I throw 3 more. Yeah, I throw 3 more just to try to sync with the jelly, so they didn't get a Hex through, which is very fortunate for me. They end up throwing here, which is fine. This is very likely a Bubble Beam, which wouldn't KO, and actually a pretty decent chance I can make it to another Mud Bomb here. Even though this is debuffed and like Mud Bomb's not that strong a move, still going to be really nice chip damage here. And obviously I come into Registeel. I'm not going to shield here. I should have switched right away here, because they were for sure going to switch, but that's okay. Throw the Sky Attack here, and then I'm just gonna one shield and then land another Sky Attack to take out the Medicham. And this is looking pretty good for me, right? Like I can drag back down or lock on down the Jealous in here. And yeah, this is a wrap here. That counter won't apply because I'll be able to take it out before the damage applies. And then they have to try to farm me down here. It's really their only chance. But even at that point in time, I'd live a Shadow Ball, and I'd probably be able to lock on down because it'd be too low. So pick up a really nice win here. Obviously, this team is weak to G-Fist in the lead. So if you do see a G-Fist in the lead, I do recommend that you immediately switch into Registeel. Because usually Registeel is like okay against the Pokemon in the back if it's a G-Fist lead. Okay, so Mew lead here. So I do want to win switch here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to CMP tie on a double Wild Charge here. Because Sky Attack wouldn't have KO'd by itself here. So I'm actually going to take the first one here. And now this is CMP, so it puts pressure on them to shield if they want to get off this second Wild Charge. But because I didn't shield the first Wild Charge, they can just surf me here. But they're obviously like pretty low at this point in time. So I'm actually going to throw the Sky Attack here. Before they're one away from another surf. Even with that Shadow Claw going through, they decide to let it go. And now they're going to farm me down with Skarmory. This is okay. I do predict a Scrafty in the back. So I do predict that this is going to be Asian Milkman team. And I'm able to get the Sky Attack off, which is really nice here. And then I come to Reggie. And then they're going to throw the Brave Bird here. I'm not going to shield. It does do like about 25%. So a pretty nice chunk. And we're going to immediately switch because for sure they're going to switch after they throw the Brave Bird. And I don't want to give them any free turns there. I could no shield this, but it really doesn't make too much sense for me to no shield. Not that I would get bubbled down. I'd be able to get 2 Mud Bombs off, but at least I put a little bit of pressure onto this Azumarill here. Actually, maybe I wouldn't get the... it would be... No, I actually probably wouldn't get the Mud Bomb off, so... Sludge Bomb off, so it ended up being good shield on my side. I mean, yeah, anyway, so they're... a Sludge Bomb, Play Rough would KO here, but they realize it's over here, and they actually Hydro Pump me here. It's totally fine, and they realize that this match is over, so... I'm not entirely sure why they didn't switch out right away. Obviously, if I have Altaria here, I don't know. They honestly probably should have switched to Skarmory or Azumarill. Because they had 2 answers, 2 Pokemon in the back. And I'm talking about this right now. They had 2 Pokemon in the back that end up beating my Altaria. Like Altaria does beat Skarmory in the 2 shield, but it's usually like a 2-to-1, and then Altaria has energy. So Ferrothorn here, so this is okay. Obviously, if they have Flash Cannon, it's going to be a little bit trickier here. I'm throwing Resisted Dragon Breath here, but this is the Thunder for sure because they went to 5, which is fine here. And I'm building some extra energy here, and then I'm going to throw. I think I thought about switching here because I honestly have 2 better answers, and they come into Blim here. Thank goodness I didn't switch. So I'm able to get the Sky Attack off. Honestly, this Drip Blim is kind of a nightmare for my team. And I'm trying to catch an Icy Wind here, but they just have really good discipline here. So as you can see here, I'm like, this is absolutely terrible for me. I can live another Shadow Ball here, so I'm not going to shield. But they throw an Icy Wind here, which is actually pretty good for me, because if they would have Shadow Balled there, then they could have farmed down. But now they're going to have to throw another Shadow Ball at me. And the Flash Cannon does come through, which obviously debuffed. So I guess the Flash Cannon wouldn't have been debuffed, and potentially I could have fast moved down. So I'm going to wait the clock out here. And then I immediately switch. I was a little slow on the switch here, so I'm hoping to get the extra counter in, which I do not. So they're 6 away. I'm going to try to get an extra counter. So they do go over here. And I think they anticipated that I would double up here because they make a really nice play here. I think like desync CMP. I guess I could have just like desync CMP kinda here. I'm not entirely sure. They actually end up shielding here, which actually really fortunate for me because I end up getting the farm down here, and then I'm hoping that it's going to be Ferrothorn that they would throw the Power Whip here, because then I would have been able to eat the double resisted Power Whip, but this is okay here. So this is a tricky situation here. They can't Power Whip me because it wouldn't KO, and they can't obviously Bullet Seed down. So they have to Thunder here, but as long they need one more Bullet Seed to make it to a Power Whip, which would KO the Toxtrot there, so end up being pretty nice for me. So pretty nice matchup. Blim is obviously really tough for this team, but Blim's not overly common. G-Fist is probably the one more common Pokemon you have to deal with. Okay, so here comes Richard Steele here. So I'm like, okay, as long as this thing doesn't have Power Up Punch, I should be able to make it 2 Flash Cans and be able to draw a shield. So they get the extra counter in and the Power Up Punch there, which is just really unfortunate for me because that's what actually prevented me from getting this second Flash Cannon off. It really sucked there. As you can see, I'm like so close here. I'm like, oh god, I definitely would have got it off. Because I was just one lock on off, but that's okay. And I can't shield this. Yeah, there's not too much I can do here, right? So I have to farm down. And then I switch. And then they have Politoed here, so this is basically GG for me. I have to let one through here, right? So I'm just gonna let the Weather Ball. But I do get extra counter in, which is really nice here, and I throw the Mud Bomb here, hoping to draw shield. But honestly, they can just I don't really know here. I'm gonna build up some extra energy here. But there's just absolutely no way here. The clock is like almost up. I have to shield this. Maybe I should have did one more counter because they didn't have the move there. But they honestly would have weatherballed my Altaria, and then that would have been pretty tough here. So, and even the Mud Bomb here wouldn't KO. Maybe it would probably do like about 45% to Bastion, even though it's double super effective. I think it's about 45. Maybe it's a little bit more there. So Um, let's see here. I'm just looking up on my phone here. So Altaria Mirror. Is it okay? Uh, okay, so the Mud Bomb does 37%, so it wouldn't have KO'd anyway. So I'm not going to shield this. This is a CMP, right, as expected here. And maybe I could have, well, it doesn't really matter here. Um, I could have, like, no shield and then try to for the Moonblast. So I go to Reggie here. They immediately go to Toxtrot here. So I do expect this to be double counter. So Metacham in the back. And then I'm basically going to throw one before they get to the Mud Bomb. And so, okay, they let this go. And then basically, I know it's a Metacham in the back, right? It's 100% a Metacham. Like, this is a Caleb team, right? So I know I have to farm this down. There's no point in throwing the Mud Bomb there because it wouldn't KO. So I'm just going to straight counter it down and just pray. It just, I Sludge Bomb here. I throw one counter in the Sludge Bomb here. I make a really dumb play here, though. I should have went for the Sludge Bomb. I definitely would have survived. And then the Flash Cannon would have KO'd there. But the thing is as long as they don't have Power Up Punch, I should be okay here. They end up throwing the Psychic. So what needs to happen here is I need to be able to survive 7 counters and an Ice Punch because they don't make it to or 6 counters and an Ice Punch because they don't make it to a Psychic, and an Ice Punch wouldn't KO there. And plus I would have got lock in, so would have been really close there. Maybe an Ice Punch would have KO'd there. It would have been really close there. So worked out fine there, but definitely a mistake on my side because I would have made it to it. So okay, so this is the second team here with Mew, Skunk Tank here. So I make a mistake here. I should go to 10 and then throw the throw the Surf. Pretend it's a Focus Blast here. I do get an extra Shadow Claw in because they throw exactly when they get to it, and they come into Sableye here. So I'm gonna throw this just so the Crunch would KO. But I guess I could have just thrown the Surf and the Crunch would have KO'd. Yeah, maybe that was the smarter play. But this is looking pretty good for me. And then here comes Metacham. I try to sneak in extra poison. I can't remember what I did. Try to do here. I should have went for Sludge. Yeah, same P Tide here. This is to the Ice Punch. Doesn't KO. And I maybe can make it to another one. Oh, man. That's really nice there. Going to be able to easily grab a shield here. And then, so that's a really nice for me. And they come into Bastion here. I honestly could have countered down this Bastion, but I figured like there's the only risk here is that they get to move. And then I burn a shield here, and then they double Ice Punch me here. So I just let this go here because it doesn't KO, and I'm able to counter down the Metacham. So Skunk Tank really nice against the Sableye and Metacham. Before it used to be like a pretty bad matchup, but with the Crunch and Poison Jab buff, like honestly, Skunk Tank pretty strong here. So we're gonna go Mew into Umbreon here. I make a couple mistakes in this match here. First off, I misclicked there. Normally I play on my iPhone, but my iPhone's been lagging so badly lately. It is an older phone compared to my S20, right? So I really wish I got that Sludge Bomb off because this is gonna be a pretty tough situation here. If I had Flamethrower here, this would be a much better situation. They Rock Slide me here. And I throw the Crunch. I'm really hoping for the defense drop. I do get it, which is very nice here. They farm down, so they have quite a bit of energy here. And And I'm just looking to Shadow Claw them all the way down. And this is another Rock Slide here. Honestly, I guess they want any damage, right? But they could have made it to EQ here. They definitely could have made it to EQ. And I'm going to Wild Charge here. Throw one and then throw the Wild Charge not to give them a free Snarl. And then I switch here. They end up shielding. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. Up a shield. And unfortunately, it ends up being Nidoqueen here, which is just a total disaster here. There's nothing I can do in this situation here. So, eh. And I'm going to throw the Cross Shop here. I'm just reading the chat here. Honestly, like I appreciate people going to my corner here, but um, uh, the thing is, like, if I'm streaming here and I take all the risks, so plus I don't like making baseless accusations, so but I appreciate people coming to support me in the comments below, but it's fine. Um, all right, so that was a tough matchup for me, but some mistakes I could have played a little bit better there. So, so they come into okay. I actually don't know why I didn't switch out faster. So I am gonna shield this and then farm them down, and I do get a poison jab through, which is really nice here. And then I'm gonna throw one poison jab, then throw the move. And I thought it was only one away, but I ended up being two away here. So I throw the Sludge Bomb, which obviously would have did a tremendous amount of damage. And I'm just barely able to make it to the move here, which is super nice there. And I have 0 HP left. And they have a Nidoqueen here, which I end up like working out beautifully for me here. And I have so much energy here. I'm going to throw the Surf here. And then I'm going to let this go here. I'm actually not sure that... Does Mew win CMP? I guess so. And I'm going to throw the Surf here. And then this game's over, right? I can just counter them down. And yeah, I just counted them down. That's going to be GG. A little bit of revenge from the last matchup there. So I think I have one more game here to show. Yeah, one more game with this team, I believe. No, maybe two more. Should just be one more, unless these games like super quick here. I think this should be a long game here. No, Machamp here. Okay. A little bit of lag at the beginning. I throw at CMP here. Even I like by one turn, but it didn't really matter here because we end up resyncing here. So I throw the Surf, which they obviously they don't shield, and I come to Machamp here, which is obviously pretty tough for them. And I do, if they had come to their own Machamp, I was going to counter them down because I have more health. But it ends up being a Metachamp here. So this is a crazy triple counter team. And I'm going to throw another Cross Chop here. I think they actually end up shielding this, which kind of makes sense because they have two shields, right? And obviously I put them pretty low. And I'm just going to come to Skunk Tank here. Yeah, so we'd have another Battle Phase. So this is a really okay. All right. Triple counter team is honestly kind of a weird triple counter team, but that's okay. All right. Mew into Metacham here, so obviously favorable lead here. They come into Lantern here. I don't have an immediate answer to Lantern. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw here, and then I'm just going to counter down. I could have Cross Shop there, but I wasn't 100% sure Cross Shop would KO. So I'd rather the guaranteed damage here, plus the this Cross Chop and counter damage is going to be pretty nice on Metacham. definitely worth the shield. And I'm able to get another cross shop off here. And if they let me get to another cross shop, that'd be like super nice. I end up grabbing the shield back. They do get counter through there. Um, they end up double shielding here. I'm going to switch out because I have another answer. I'm going to let this go. They ice punch me here, just fine. I can live another ice punch. And ends up being a Diggersby here. So there's, but this is fine. This is game over anyways, right? Because I can be able to get 2 surfs off here. And these 2 surfs put it pretty low. Honestly, this is not quite game over yet because they're gonna come out with quite a bit of energy. But I have a shield still. So what do I do here? So I go to Skunk Tank first, throw 1 poison jab, and then I try to catch an earthquake or something. I'm not entirely sure there, but they end up letting me just counter them down. They end up losing like 100 energy. I'm gonna shield this, but this match is over anyway. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.